All right, it's here, the Sephora Holiday VIB Sale. So this looks to be a bonus event that Sephora is having, and it will be, depending on your tier as your VIB status, you would either get 10 up to 20% off. I currently am a VIB Rouge, so I have had access to the sale. It does run from the 1st until the 11th for Rouge members, and then for VIBs and insiders, you'll have the sale from the 7th to the 11th. So let's hop right into it. What I'm going to do today is show you some of my suggestions for the sale, and I'll also share with you the order that I did. Let's start out talking about skincare. Now, I think that this is one of the great things that you can get during the sale is skincare because A, it tends to be a little bit higher priced, and B, you know it's going to be something that you use. I'm going to share with you 3 products that I love. Once when I was talking to a skincare professional, she had told me that every single person should be using these 3 products, and that is sunscreen, vitamin C, and a retinol. So I'm going to share with you what I use, and hopefully maybe you'll want to check one of them out. So let's start off with one of the most important things to me, and that's going to be your sunscreen. So this is the Ren Clean Screen Mineral SPF 30. I did haul this, I think, in actually my last VIB sale haul. If you guys want to be able to see what I got last time, I will link it in the description bar below. But I really enjoy this sunscreen. It is a mineral sunscreen, which is what I prefer over a chemical sunscreen. And what I love about this is the texture. It says that it's a mattifying face sunscreen. Now, what this really does, it's not like it makes you extra matte, but it doesn't give you that like shiny, greasier feel that you can feel sometimes with sunscreens. And I think sometimes people avoid using sunscreen, especially under makeup, because they don't like that feel and they feel like their makeup doesn't last as long. But sunscreen is so important to be wearing every day, so I highly recommend you check this one out from Ren. It's been a favorite of mine. I know my boyfriend even used it a couple times and he was like, oh, I wish all sunscreen could feel like this. So this is a great one to check out. Another product that I love is going to be a vitamin C serum, and the one that I've been using for probably close to a year now is the Drunk Elephant C Firma, and this one I really love. Vitamin C is really going to help brighten your complexion and really give you a really beautiful glow. I know that the Drunk Elephant also has a dose of marula oil in it to help keep your skin hydrated. So I use this in the day. What I'll do on clean skin is apply this and I let it sit for a few minutes before I then go in with any other serums or moisturizers. This one I love because I love the airtight packaging. That is one thing that you'll find with vitamin C, unless it's more of a derivative, the shelf life on it is going to be lower because it'll oxidize. So if it's going to hit the air, then the effectiveness slows down. So because this is airtight packaging, it's really going to help preserve that longevity. Now I know that they say that this has it does have like an expiration. So this isn't something that you want to buy like 3 of during the sale. And of course, now that Sephora is like having these sales more frequently, I really do think that one of these lasts me 4 to 6 months. So I'll probably only need 2 of these a year. They are pretty pricey, but one pump goes a very long way. And I make sure to put that on my face and onto my neck. Don't forget your neck, you guys. And then anything that's left, I rub into my hand. So this is super lightweight. It doesn't break me out at all. It isn't going to be, unless you have vitamin C sensitivity, this is very gentle. I haven't found any irritation with it. I have no problem putting it up closer to my eyes. And it's been a great one that I've loved for quite a while now. All right, so now for nighttime skincare, one of the products that I've been using for years now is the Sunday Riley Luna Oil. So when we talk about retinols, usually you're going to see either retinol or retinoids. And retinoids are going to be a little bit more gentle, less irritating version. And that's actually what's in the Luna Oil. And I just want to read a little bit from the Sephora site about this oil for you guys. So it says it has trans retinol ester, which supports healthy skin with the power of retinoids, but without the irritation of traditional retinol. Helps fight the appearance of wrinkles and fine lines, promotes skin elasticity, and stimulate surface exfoliation for clearer, smoother looking skin. Now, this also has blue tansy and German chamomile, which are deep blue-green oils, rich and potent azaline, wonderful for soothing the look of surface redness. So Luna Oil is something that I honestly have been using on and off for years now. I have tried other products that are less expensive or something that I've heard, good things about, and I just always keep coming back to this one. Now, I love the fact that when you use it consistently, you really do see great effects. I notice that I have less texture, I feel like my fine lines are reduced, and my skin is still very plump and hydrated in the morning, so I've never felt like this has been really irritating to my skin. What you could do if you're worried about that is obviously start working it in like once a week and then building up to 2 to 3 times a week. But this is something that I could use probably every night, although I do choose to alternate it with another product that I'm about to show you in a minute. But I do really just love this product because it does have a very soothing feel. I love the fragrance of it. There's something about it that reminds me of like a Chinese tea from my childhood. Actually, every time I put it on, I remember my grandpa used to love to go out for Chinese food, and I just remember sitting there with him and drinking the tea. So I think it just reminds me of my grandpa a little bit. But it really is an effective product, even if you didn't go out for Chinese food with your grandpa. So this product is usually one of the final things that I put on before I go in with a nighttime moisturizer. The other product that I like to alternate with the Luna Oil is the Pharmacy Honeymoon Glow. Now, if you guys are familiar with the Sunday Riley Luna Oil, you'll know that a lot of people use it in conjunction with the Good Genes, which is another product similar to this. It's an AHA lactic acid treatment that really helps resurface the skin. But in all honesty, I find that this one is a little bit more gentle and it's much less expensive. So I've definitely found that I like this just as well, if not more, and you can save some cash by getting this instead of Good Genes. That was one that I used for a long time, and I've switched over to this one. So just to tell you guys a little bit more about it, just off of the Sephora website again, this is a 3-in-1 night serum that resurfaces, hydrates, and clarifies dull skin while you sleep, formulated with 14% AHA, BHA, and gentle flower acid blend. So your AHAs and your BHAs are going to be a combination that give you chemical exfoliation on the surface and deeper down into your pores. So I find that this really helps keep me from getting texture, just because it helps to exfoliate the skin. It helps alleviate any breakouts for me, just because it really helps to clarify the skin, but I've never found that it makes me too dry, and I really enjoy that. If you're familiar with Pharmacy at all, they use honey in a lot of their products, and this also does have a proprietary honey blend that delivers intense yet gentle hydration to ensure the skin is never dry or overstripped. So one thing I will say, if you're not a chemical exfoliant user now, first of all, you should be, but if you're not currently using one, I would go easy on this when you start, just because it's something that your skin isn't used to, but it's going to be, over the long term, much more gentle and effective on your skin than using like a physical exfoliant, like something that you would scrub your skin with. So I really like this one. Again, work your way up, maybe use it 1 night a week, 2 nights a week. I know some people like to double dip, like they'll use the AHA BHA combo and then go over the top of that with a retinol oil, but I really just like to do one or the other. Now, I do also have a prescription retinol that my skin therapist prescribed, but I actually find that first of all, I love the scent of the Luna one way better, but I actually find that they have about the same effectiveness. Maybe the prescription is a little bit stronger, but it does also tend to make me dry and peel as well. So that's just something for me. Like I said, definitely protecting your skin during the day with your sunscreen and having those other products on hand. Your skin is only going to look as good as well as you take care of it. So we can put on as much makeup over the top of it, but it's really important to have healthy skin underneath. So that's what I have for skincare for you guys today. Now let's get into some makeup. Now, I will say that a lot of the things that I'm going to share with you today do have a higher price tag. Obviously, Sephora does have a lot of pricier and luxury brands, but during the sale is a great time to splurge on some of those items that you know that you've really wanted, or the ones that you know you really love to use and want to have in your collection. So let's get started off. That being said, I think that this is actually a pretty affordable product. So this is the Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer, and this is from First Aid Beauty. It's part of their Hello Fab line. Now, I know I shared this in my Holy Grail product, so I won't go too deep into it, but this really is a great primer / moisturizer, especially going in from fall into winter. This just really helps add some extra hydration and glow to your skin. So it's a great one to pick up if you're looking for something to give you that healthy look. And speaking of moisture, I have to be honest, this is a product that I haven't used a ton of, but sometimes when you try something and you're like, oh, finally I found it, right? So I've been on the hunt for a great nighttime lip balm, and I think I finally found it. I should have tried this sooner. This is the Agave Plus Nighttime Lip Therapy. So I have used Bite Beauty products for a very long time and really loved basically all of them. So when they came out, they now have like the day balm and the night balm. I do really enjoy the daytime balm. I think that was actually in my favorites as well, but I hadn't tried this one out yet, and it is amazing. The things that I love about it is it's going to be hydrating, but it's not super sticky. You can tell that it's really emollient. I have tried the Laneige night lip mask. I know a lot of people love that one, and that one makes my lips peel, so it actually makes them worse. Whereas this one, right off the bat, after one application, when I woke up in the morning, they felt really plump. And right now, this weather has been killing my lips, so this is something that if you're struggling with dry lips, this is something you should check out. A little goes a long way. I think that this little container is going to last a long time. This does come with a little spatula in the top, which is great for keeping things clean and sanitary, especially an item like this that, in all honesty, is going to last a long time. I don't want bacteria in there like breeding, so I just really want to keep it really clean because I have a feeling I'm going to be able to get several months out of this. But if you're looking for something for more hydrated lips, check this out. Now, I only have a couple face products to share with you guys because I really wanted to only pull up things that I think are definitely worth a splurge. If you guys are looking for some of my other items that I love, you can certainly check out my favorites because any of those I still love. But these are a couple things that either I hadn't talked about or I want to reiterate so that you guys know about it. So let's talk a little bit about the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. So this is really a unique product because it can be used in several ways. If you're looking for very dewy skin, you can actually use this almost like a tinted moisturizer. You can use it underneath your foundation or underneath your tinted moisturizer. You can blend it into said moisturizer or foundation, and you can also use it as a highlight. So I have the shade Light Medium 3, and this does actually come in quite a few shades. I will say that Charlotte Tilbury does have a fairly decent range in some of these products, and I'm not even sure you guys will be able to see this. So this actually just has a beautiful luminosity, and depending on the color that you get, you can actually get it similar to your skin tone. I have used this, like I said, underneath foundation or tinted moisturizer. I also really enjoy using it for a very natural but beautiful dewy highlight. It is a little bit pricey, but I found that there really isn't another product that can be used in so many ways and just has such a beautiful look. So if you're looking to splurge, and of course I love Charlotte Tilbury's packaging, there's nothing that makes you feel like, I just feel maybe like Marilyn Monroe could have had this like sitting out on her vanity at one point. So you can see once I get this blended out onto the skin, it just has a beautiful youthful glow to it. Actually, like it says, for a superstar youthful glow. So that's exactly what you're gonna get from this product. All right, so this next item is probably not going to be a surprise to any of you that have watched a few of the videos on my channel because I use this all the time, and that is the Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. For me, there is nothing else that beats this product. It is really pricey, but this is my original package that I've had, and I still have a decent bit left. I love how finely milled this powder is. You guys know I'm not a super powder fan. I think some people can tend to really overuse powder, but this one is very user-friendly, and a little goes a very long way, and it just has such a luxurious, smooth feel on the skin. If I hadn't already gotten a backup with one of the Rouge gift cards, I would have been picking this up in the sale, but I did get one, so it's in my back stock already, ready to go, and this will be something that I just can't live without. So if you find that you have a drier skin or a textured skin that you don't love powder sitting on, I would give this a go. Just check it out, even if it's just a set concealer. A little bit of a light dusting goes a long way, and it's one that I highly recommend. Keeping on the Hourglass train, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about the ambient lighting edit palettes. So right now for this year, they brought out the Ghost edition, and I will pop an image of the Ghost full 6-pan palette right here. I did not get that one just because I have the two others. So I have the Unlocked and the Volume 4 palette. I love both of these, but I just didn't find that I needed another palette. So I'm going to show you the inside of the Volume 4 just so you can see what you'll be getting. Something similar. Obviously the tones are going to be very different. I'll scooch it up a little bit closer so you guys can see. So what you get in here is usually a strobe lighting highlighter and then 2 of the ambient lighting powders. So you can use those as either finishing powders or setting powders if you're looking for a more dewy look. And then this one has 2 blushes and 1 of the ambient lighting bronzers. So I will say there is not a product in here that I don't enjoy. I am a big Hourglass fan, as you guys probably know. The one thing that I will find is these powders, like whether it's the finishing powder or the bronzer or the blush, they don't swatch well. You might like try them in store and see like, meh. And it's something that you just have to put on the skin to be able to see how beautiful that they are. But they're so glowy and beautiful. And it's something that if you travel a lot, that's a great way to have a lot of different options in your travel bag without a lot of space. Now, you will pay the price of convenience to be able to have those edit palettes. They are $80, which if you break down per ounce how much you're getting versus buying the full size of each of those, you're really not getting a great deal as far as that goes. But to be able to have 6 products in one little palette that's easy to travel with, there's something that you're paying for with convenience there. Now, like I said, I don't really need another one of these palettes because I have 2 of them, but if you haven't picked one up or you're wanting to try some of the Hourglass products, it's a great way to be able to do it. Now, I'm sure that everybody is assuming that I'm going to talk about some hot new palette, but I actually want to share one that I've seen them relaunch that I absolutely love, and that's the Too Faced Original Gingerbread Spice Palette. Now, I know right now for the season, Too Faced does have the gingerbread extra spicy, but when I was in the Sephora store the other day, they did have the regular gingerbread spice. This is honestly one of my favorite palettes. It's something that I go to all the time. It's got some great shimmers. It has some beautiful warm mattes, and it is what I used for my eyes today. This is just that palette that I grab when it's like I can't be bothered with having to think about what I'm going to wear on my face that day, in all honesty. I always come up with beautiful, great looks. I love the different berries that are in there as well, so you can really get an amped up seasonal look. Now, the gingerbread extra spicy does look really pretty as well, but it's just too similar for me to pick up. I thought about it and it's like, I've got so many palettes, I don't really need another one. So I would really recommend either this one or the extra spicy. Now, like I said, I know that Too Faced did relaunch the original gingerbread spice for a while. If you can't find it, I'm not sure if it's online, but like I said, my Sephora store actually did have it in stock. All right. Let's talk about the other item that's on my eyes today, and that's the Stila Glitter and Glow Shadows. Now, I want to talk to you guys specifically about these because I saw on the Sephora site they currently have the All Fired Up Glitter and Glow set that has some really like warm, spicy shades on sale for $12.50 when they're normally $25 for the 3-pack of the little mini sizes. And that's something that is such a great deal, like $12.50. So I hope that they have it in stock by the time this video goes up. I would snag that. Otherwise, if you're looking for something that's a little bit more neutral, wearable, they do have the I Spy Glitter and Glow, which is this season's set. So you get 3 mini shades, and those were $25 as well. Otherwise, the full sizes are great. If there's a color that you really love and you think that you'd utilize, go ahead and pick that one up. I really recommend the Rose Gold and the Kitten Karma. Those are going to be very wearable shades on just about everybody, and those are $24 for the full sizes. Now, the reason I like the minis is because it's going to take a long time to use up a glitter eyeshadow like that. I love using them just as toppers over current shades that I'm wearing. You can certainly build them up to get a little bit more of a full coverage, but a little bit of a swipe and a pat in with your finger gives you all day beautiful glitter that really doesn't have any fallout. And even those minis are going to last a long time. So you're able to get 3 little minis to have a lot of fun during the season and then only pay about the price of 1 full size. So that's definitely something that I would check out. Hopefully that All Fired Up set is still in stock. Otherwise, definitely check out the other one as well. Okay, so I just have to take a minute. Again, this is another product that was in my favorites video, but it really has become a must-have for me, and that is the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. Now, this brow gel is the conqueror of all unruly eyebrows. So if you like to have a very lifted brow look, like I like to do the more feathery look sometimes. If you guys haven't seen that, by the way, I'll link that video down below. I really love being able to use this along with the other products I use to be able to get a little bit more of a feathery brow. That's what I did today, and I did my makeup. Let's see, it's almost 8 o'clock at night now. I did my makeup at 6 a.m. So my brows are still very much in place. I really like to have that lifted brow hair look, and I checked before I started filming and they're all in place. So this is definitely the strongest brow gel I've used. It does have a firmer feel, but it doesn't make them look crispy or get like that too much gel in your hair, like white crunchy look. So I really enjoy this brow gel. I can't imagine finding anything else that I'd love better. So if you're looking for a great one, put this in your cart. Now, the only tool that I want to share with you guys today is the Beauty Blender Blusher. This is something that I cannot live without. I've tried all of the others out there, and this product is just the perfect size and the perfect texture for me. Everybody knows about the original Beauty Blender. This is the size of the Beauty Blender Original Dry, and then this is the size of the Blusher Dry. So this, sorry guys, this one's dirty because I used it this morning, but The thing that I love about this is I use this all the time to set my under eye concealer. I'll use the round side to do cream contour or cream highlight. I've even used it for cream blushes. So these are a must-have for me. This size I really don't even use anymore. So the blusher is the perfect size for me. If you're looking for something to be able to have to do concealer or cream products, this is a great one. So now let's talk a little bit about one of the other items that I think is definitely worth picking up during the sale, and that's fragrance. Especially if you know that there's a fragrance that you love, make sure to save your cash and pick it up during the sale. So I just wanted to share two of my favorite scents for the fall and winter. These are both replica fragrances, and the first one is Jazz Club and the second one is By the Fireside. Now, I tend to mix these together or wear them individually as well. This is obviously the full size of Jazz Club. Now, this says that the fragrance description is heady cocktails and cigars. If you guys aren't familiar with Replica, they tend to base their fragrances off of scent memories, I guess I would say. So like there's, is it Beach Walk or At the Beach? So it's something that sort of evokes a memory. This really has a slightly sweet yet spicy scent to it. I really enjoy it. It just gives me that very like sexy, warm, cozy feel. And By the Fireplace, I think I said By the Fireside before, but it's By the Fireplace, honestly smells like smoky, not in a bad way, but like if a really sexy man stood by the fireplace for a while. Yeah, that's like kind of how this smells. A sexy man covered in vanilla beans who stood by the fireplace. That's going to be what I say about that one. So this one is definitely quite a bit stronger. As you can see, I only have the rollerball. I actually considered buying the full size during the sale, but I just don't use enough of this to go through it enough to warrant getting a full size, because I find that the more expensive fragrances tend to use more natural oils that tend to expire faster than some of the cheaper fragrances. So I like to make sure that I'm keeping all my fragrance fresh. So if there's something that you're unsure about, it's a great time to pick up a rollerball. So this one, because I'll use Jazz Club a lot on its own and then use this in with it occasionally when I'm looking for that like extra cozy feel. But there's something about these fragrances. If you like warm, cozy, slightly spicy fragrances, please check these out. Okay, so let's talk about what I put in my order. Now, I did place one order online the very first day of the sale, and I'm going to share with you what I got in that. In all honesty, I'm pretty sure I'm done shopping, unless there's something random that comes up last minute that I forgot about. But we went into the store the other day and I walked around to try to see if there was anything that I was missing out on, and I think I'm good, but I did want to share with you what I picked up. So I shared with you guys that I did not get the ambient lighting edit palette, that 6-pan one from Hourglass, but I did get the 4-pan blush palette. So this is the first time they've done a 4-pan blush palette. I do also have one of their 3-pan blush palettes. I love the Hourglass blushes so much, and that was why I picked this up, because it'll be a great way for me to travel when I'm working or when I'm on a trip or something, to be able to have several blushes that I know I will love in one package and I don't have a bunch of stuff clattering around. So I did pick up that one, and then I got not one but 3 of the shades of the Touch and Soul Metalist Sparkling Foiled Eyeshadows. So I'll put a picture up here. I got the Honey Brown, the Hollow Mulberry, and the Golden Tangerine shade. I was watching Total Makeup Junkie's video where she was sharing these shadows, and I know she's talked about them before, and they just look really beautiful and reflective. They are almost more of like a pressed shimmer pigment. So those sometimes can be a little bit trickier to apply, but the reflection on these just looked so pretty. So I'm not sure if I'll keep all 3. I just kind of wanted to see them in person because my store didn't have them in stock. So I got those 3 shades. I did go ahead and get that All Fired Up Glitter and Glow set that I was telling you guys about. I don't have those shades in my collection, and I think it'd be really fun to have for some spicy looks for fall and winter. So I picked those up. Now, the one thing that I was super excited to get was the Fenty Glossy Posse Mini Gloss Bomb set. So I have the full size of the Fenty Fussy Gloss. What I found is this is in my purse at all times, and it's the color that when I don't really want to think about what I want to put on, or I'm just looking for something like quick and easy, this is what I grab every single time. And this is the Fussy shade. I love this because it does have a little bit more of that like pinky shift to it. And it really, the thing that I like about it is it's creamy and emollient, but it's not like slippy and slidey. It does have a little bit of sheen to it, but it's not too frosty. So it's kind of like that perfect color that goes with everything. And I'll pop a picture here of the Balm set. So this comes with 5 shades, and it does also have a mini of this shade in it, which I don't have a problem with. I will probably either gift that or put it in a giveaway. And then it does come with 4 brand new shades. So I'm really excited to try those. I think that these are like a great consistency. They don't give me that weird ring on the inside of my lips that I just hate. So it's a great product to have. I'm hoping that that little mini set is so popular that she comes out with big sizes of the colors, but in all honesty, it takes a long time to go through a full-size gloss, so I love having minis on hand. That set is $42, and I think it's a great way to be able to try the formula in a lot of different shades. Well, that's it for the recommendations that I have for you guys with the Sephora VIB sale. I hope you found this helpful. I really love sharing my love of makeup with you guys. Thank you for supporting my channel and watching, and for anyone that's new, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you'll consider subscribing. Please like this video if you found it helpful. Let me know in the comments down below which product that you'd like to try, and if there's anything that I'm missing that I need to pick up before the end of the sale. Thanks so much, guys. It's always great to hang out, and I'll see you really soon.